Hey scholars, if you're watching this video, it should be because you're interested in learning how to make a found poem with something you find on paper. But before you keep watching, do know if you're going to go the paper route for this assignment, you must have a phone or the ability to use your webcam on your computer to take a picture, attach it to either your Google Classroom assignment or email it directly to me and Ms. McGee. I'm not going to go over how to do that here, partially because my computer's not a Chromebook, and if I showed you how to do it this way, it might not work for you. So if you're not confident that you'll be able to send us a picture of your poems, then pause this video, go on to the next option. There's a couple of different ways you can do this digitally where you don't need pen and paper at all. But if you got that, then you need two other things. You need text, printed paper, and a Sharpie or a marker or a pen, whatever you want to write on it. Now, I didn't have a lot of stuff in my house that I could use because, well, we've been socially distancing for 2 months, so I've cleaned out all my closets. But you can ask your parents if they have something that they don't mind being scribbled on. Please don't write in some important document for your parents, and then I'll get an angry email. But choose something that you wouldn't mind throwing away. If you got mail today that your parents are about to throw out, awesome, grab it. What I grabbed was really random. A slip from the DMV that we received in the mail. This was the only piece of mail I could find that we haven't thrown away. A thank you card from my cousin's baby shower. And this giant binder for wedding organization, which I don't expect you to have as a student, but I have because we've been planning a wedding that just got postponed. Fun fact. Lots of things changed during a quarantine. Once you've gathered your materials, I would look them over, see if there are any ones with words that you think would be fun. I probably won't use the baby shower one. It feels a little too short. The wedding one could work, I guess. But why don't I instead, I'm going to go with the DMV one because it's probably the most similar to the paper that you might find in your home. Let me just throw this binder. Great. All right, so I got my paper, I got my Sharpie. Really, when it comes to writing a found poem, there's no one way to start. You can read it all the way through and come up with an idea first. You can go in blind and just look for words that stand out to you. You can sort of skim it and figure out the way you want to approach it, but there's no wrong answer. So what I'm going to do, I think what I'm going to do is a poem by omission. I'm going to take words away by covering them up instead of circling the words I want. But you can really do it either way. So I've got, you can't really see it, but maintain financial responsibility, proof of insurance is the law. Drivers and every owner of a motor vehicle must maintain financial responsibility at all times. Whenever you drive, carry written evidence of financial responsibility. All right, so pretty dry. So there are words that I'm for sure not going to use. But then there are words that have a strangely emotional quality to me, like carry, probably because we read I carry it in my heart. Responsibility, insurance, self-insurance, acknowledgement, these could be good. So I'm going to try to keep those and then see what else I come up with. To keep them, I won't draw on them. This is such a silly way to show you guys how to do this, but no other way. But I'm just for now going to cross out the words I don't want. All right, so I'm going to keep carry for sure. You carry. Responsibility. And then I don't know. I'm going to keep going. What I'm going to do right now is actually pause the video. I'm going to keep drawing on my little notice from the DMV. This is pretty hard. And then I'll come back when I have something more to show you. Did you like that cool transition? Pretty high tech. All right, so what I got is the first section bleeped out with all the words that I didn't want, and it sort of makes sense. You carry responsibility, types of insurance, self-insurance, acknowledgement of failure. Any collision will end. pretty deep. And a couple of things I discovered here. One, sometimes work from the opposite end that you think. Get rid of words you probably don't need. But another thing that I did right at the end that I really recommend is I found a word in the word. You can't really see it, but it says end there. It came from the word suspended. So if you feel super stuck, see if you can find some hidden words throughout. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause again, is to make this look more like a poem and less like I just was really mad at someone who wrote this, is I'm actually going to sort of color it to keep just the words front and center. You don't have to do this step, but I think it can make it look less like, again, an accident and more like an intentional poem. So I'm going to pause again, and I'll see you in a second. Whoa. All right, I'm back. So I just, I don't know, filled the rest out so you can see what the final poem looks like. Here's what I would say. There's no real wrong way to do it. I will say, of all the 3 types of ways that I'm offering, this one was probably the hardest for me because you have so many limitations. So if you get frustrated by this, try the other option where you're more copying and pasting and can arrange and rearrange as you see fit. If you want, you could even try cutting out the words and rearranging them on the page. But I get really frustrated with scissors, so I didn't try that. So, but it's really up to you. So to finalize this, all that I would do is take a picture with my phone and send it, in this case, to myself, because I am Ms. Davis, and that's who you're emailing it to. But hope that you found this helpful. Can't wait to see your found poems, and good luck.